I want to react to something that's trending. So the Punch newspaper, for those that are watching outside Nigeria, the Punch newspaper is national dailies in the country. It's a national newspaper, well known. So a reporter from the Punch, I can't remember her name. I think Cynthia, if I'm remembering correctly, did a report, and a report was on as a local food we eat here in the country, fufu. It's made from cassava. It's a byproduct of cassava. All right. Now, there's the report that people who process these cassava to get fufu use detergents. Now, in this report, she was focusing on the southwestern part of Nigeria and in Lagos and other parts of the southwest. And she discovered, a report unraveled, that most of these people who make fufu from cassava use detergents. They apply detergents to the cassava to get it to soften quicker so that they can, easily get the byproduct. And that report has gone viral. Sorry, I'm sweating. Okay. So that report has gone viral, and it had a popular content creator who is also a doctor, apropos doctor by name, did a video where he was also analyzing the implications of these things. And detergents contain several chemical elements that are not very harmful and are not edible. And so if you're going to soak cassava with these, and this is how the women do it. There's also a report by Nigeria Info. If you go on Facebook, you can find that report by Nigeria Info that will give you an insight into this, because the women here in Nigeria, in River State, Port Harcourt, also some of these farmers also practice this soaking of cassava with detergents. Yeah, just so that they can get the cassava to soften quickly, so they can process the fufu and then sell to meet the demands of the consumers. So there's a report that was carried out here in River State by Nigeria Info that also revealed that same practice that was revealed by the reporter from the Punch also is done here. Yeah, it's also been practiced here in the Niger Delta area. But why am I doing this video? I had my own, okay, yeah, I think I was trying to get the video so I could just play part of it for us to hear. So this is a report that was done by Nigerian. So you can check it out on Facebook though. You go to the page.
Example of what I'm saying. This is the one we soaked last night. And there is detergent in this one. That's why it's bringing out this foam. And it will stay only 4 days to soften. Why this one is natural? There is no detergent in it. There is just the water and the cassava is inside. So that is why, as you can see, it's different from this one. This one is not bringing out foam, and this one is foaming. So this one will stay up to 8 days before it softens. Why this one can only stay up to 4 days? Just 4 days it will soften. And this is the detergent we use. Just this. No other one. Just this detergent is doing this mirror.
This one now, I don't soak this one before.
So these are the farmers who actually spoke to some of them.
I carry engine, grinder, and put it back. After 4 days now, I will filter this one and use them.
So you can go on Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook, and you can watch the video, okay? And you see these women from the Niger Delta, River State precisely, talking about how they do this with detergent. So this is my worry. A lot of people have come hard on the women, and I understand that, because the process is crude. There isn't any scientific, controlled environment to ensure that, okay, whatever we're using is safe. So there are 4 questions I'd like to ask. What exactly are we eating in the world today that is 100% safe? There's almost nothing. We are aware of a lot of things that are harmful to us, and yet we still consume them, and they're still being sold. Or noodles. There's a certain chemical that is used to stick noodles together. It's quite harmful, but they use it and we consume it, possibly because it is done in a lab and it is controlled. So, the quantity that's there is not something that will kill you, but it could cause a problem if you consume that product over a long period of time consistently. True or false? There's even reports that cornflakes and the rest of them also have certain chemicals in them that, with regular consumption could be harmful to you. The microwave that we use, soft drinks, all right, beverages that we take, all of these things have been said to be unhealthy to some degree, and we still consume them. What am I trying to say? I'm saying as much as we are on the necks of these people, we should also commend them to some degree for discovering something. Now, I think it behoves on the Ministry of Health and Research departments to say, okay, how can we do this? I mean, we have scientifically modified seeds that we have created so that we can have seeds that are resistant to pests and the rest of them. So we can have seeds that we can harvest all round, season and out of season. We did those modifications, but we accept them because they were done scientifically in a controlled environment. Yes. Even the broiler that we eat, it's scientifically crossbred to get that particular broiler. So we have chickens that will grow really fast in a very short period of time to meet the demand for chicken. Am I correct? What else? I mean, the examples go on and on. So I think instead of completely trying to shut down these women, research should be put into this. Find out what is that element that this woman that is in that detergent that makes this cassava soften in 4 days or less. And if we can find it in a scientific, maybe a lab or anything, try to see how we can make this healthy for these women to use. So instead of allowing them go to use the detergents, the government can put some money into this, do a research, or the universities, and then you supply these things that are now controlled and done in a safe environment to ensure that we have, empirical data of what contains what and how many percentage of what is what, so it's not too harmful to anybody. And then we can have them use it to do their business and accomplish the result that they want at a shorter time and at more and get more quality. Just the same way we would do with cassava stems, improved cassava stems and seedlings, and so on and so forth. I mean, even fertilizers are not natural. We do all of these other things. So I don't think that what these women have stumbled on is something that should be made to look totally bad. It is unhealthy, yes, because they are not scientists and the environment in which they conduct these things isn't empirical. They can't really tell what measurement of what is what. And because of that, it could be really harmful. Yes, very understandable. But rather than just throw it away or try to shut it down, which would almost be impossible, honestly, the government can look into this now, put some money, do some research, and say, okay, let's look at what these people have found out in this detergent that is making this work easy. So we can produce it in a safe space and give it to these women or get them to buy it and use it to do their work. And everybody wins. Just my thoughts, though. Because a lot of people are coming for them as though, they are going to kill all of us. I mean, come on. We were told that we should not look at the TV screens or sit close to the TV. True or false? These days, we now even put the screens on our faces in form of games. Yeah, that's what we do. It's not safe for the eyes. Don't sit close to your screen. But these days, we now connect wires to our brains and put goggles on our eyes and screens right on top of our retinas. And we call it gaming. And nobody is saying what effects those would have to our body anatomy. So, if we are doing all of these, I think the only problem with these women is just because they're not scientists and the environment in which they do that is not a controlled one. Otherwise, they have just stumbled on something that's great. And if the right attention is given to it, could yield very good results. I don't know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are, okay? In the comment section.